I am determined to beat those winter blues. Hello, my name is Myra. Welcome back to another video. Now, it's no secret that we are currently entering fall. Everyone is very excited about it, including myself, but with fall also comes the winter blues. Now, I am not a specialist, and this advice and these tips that I'm going to share with you are not meant to replace actual professional help and professional advice. However, these are some things that I find have been helpful for me in the past, and also things that I plan on implementing this season to help me not let those winter blues get to me. Of course, I wanted to incorporate books and reading into this, so this is why I felt like it would be perfect to share it on here. For the first thing that I would recommend is definitely to move your body. For me, moving my body is really great and helpful when it comes to my mental health. Now, one way that you can do it for free would be YouTube. YouTube is actually a tool that I used for pretty much all of 2020. If we all remember what happened in 2020, YouTube really came in clutch because I was able to do dancing videos, yoga videos, just plain old stretching videos, and you can find any time that you want. If you want a 15-minute video, if you want a 30-minute video, etc., it's all available on YouTube for free. Another thing, and this is actually something that I already do now, is that you can also read or listen to a book while you are on the Stairmaster, on the elliptical, on the treadmill, on a bike. And you can do this at your gym, if you have an apartment gym, for example, and it honestly makes the workout go a lot faster, and you kind of get to do two things at once. So you also kind of get that sense of feeling productive, if you will. Now, of course, reading if you're running is probably really hard, but that's where an audiobook would definitely come in handy. For me, also, I sometimes have the audiobook as I have like the ebook in front of me, so that also really helps. And like I said, the time goes by a lot faster. Another thing that you can do, and this one actually I think has like double benefits, is that you can take a class at your local gym. So you can definitely just buy a membership or buy a few classes at a studio. I find it a lot more cost effective to just use the classes at my gym because they already come included with my monthly fees. And at my gym, they offer different classes from like Zumba to like weightlifting, and you can choose the amount of weights that you want to lift, or you can do body weight. They also have a yoga class that they offer, a cycling class, and they even have like an aquatics class and stuff like that that you can take. But that would help you in two ways, because one, you're getting your endorphins, you already have a structured workout, so you don't even have to think about it, especially if you're a beginner. And also you get that sense of community. And I feel like that's the biggest thing sometimes, is that you kind of feel a little bit lonely because you know, you get up, probably go to work, and then by the time that you get home from work, it's already dark outside. You feel like the day went by, you didn't get a chance to do anything. And I feel like doing something like this, you're again getting your workout, you're getting those endorphins, and also you get a sense of community and you feel like you're around other people. So it kind of takes that loneliness factor away. And it also checks that box of you doing something besides just going to work. This also leads me to my next point, which is talk to people. So a big thing that you can do is that you can join a book club. You can join a virtual book club, or you can look for book clubs in your area. There are a lot of bookstores actually that hold a monthly meeting for a book club. I know Barnes and Nobles has it, but there's other small mom and pop bookstores that also have book club meetings throughout their month. And I know for a fact, like for example, the Ripped Bodice, it's in LA, so it's way too far for me to go there for like a book club meeting, but I do know that they have 3 types of books that they usually pick in a month. And that's just an example of a bookstore here in California. You can check with your local library, or like I said too, you can look for a virtual one and join that. I recently joined a Latina book club, and that is also something that I feel is going to help, because us having those meetings and even throughout the month talking about the book here and there a little bit without spoiling anything for anybody else is going to also give me that sense of community. Now you can also definitely FaceTime a friend maybe once a week, or a sibling or a family member. If you FaceTime a bookish friend, you can definitely talk about books and what you've been reading, what you've been liking. Maybe you guys can pick a book to buddy read. That's another really great way to do it. Or if you just talk to a family member or a non-bookish friend, you guys can just talk about your day and catch up. And even if it's, you know, 5-10 minutes that you're talking to somebody else, it again will give you that sense of feeling like you did something and also feeling cared for and loved for, because this is somebody that also cares about you or shares similar interests to you. Another thing that you can do is that you can romanticize your self-care. There are a ton of videos about romanticizing your night routine, your morning routine, things like that. I do like them. I do think some of them are a little bit too much for me to do at once, or at least for me to do now. But one very easy thing that you can do is that after you get home, you have dinner and you do whatever it is that you need to do. Once you go take a shower, wash your face, put on some moisturizer, put on lotion on your body. It doesn't have to be anything besides that. If you don't want to have like a 10-step skincare routine, that's okay. You can just put on some moisturizer, you can put on some lotion, put on some deodorant, maybe some perfume if you want, brush your hair, put on a spray, a leave-in conditioner, brush it intentionally while you're listening to an audiobook maybe. And just having that intentional time for yourself, like you're showing yourself some love, you are taking care of yourself. And that is another thing that's going to make you feel good, because now you are intentionally, taking care of your body by putting on lotion, you're taking care of your face with your moisturizer, and you're putting in a hair serum, and you're just brushing your hair, you're listening to an audiobook, and you're just kind of winding down from a day. I feel like that is overlooked a lot, and it could be also in parts because you feel like, well, that's not enough. It's like, who said that it's not enough? You can do those 3 simple things, lotion, moisturizer, and brushing your hair, and that is enough. You don't have to do something super extravagant. That would maybe take you 15 minutes to do, and that is 15 minutes where you're showing yourself some love, some appreciation. You can give yourself a hug. It sounds silly, it probably does, but honestly, I have found that on particularly rough days, or maybe a day that I just felt was super long, super hard for XYZ reason, those are the days that I will maybe put on some toner, I'll put on my moisturizer, maybe some under eye cream, I'll put on a lip scrub, I'll brush my hair, I'll put on lotion, and I find that I feel a lot better afterwards. I don't know what it is. Maybe there's a scientific reason for it, maybe there isn't, but it helps me feel better. The last thing that I'm planning on also doing is to dedicate time to work towards a goal. This could be any sort of goal that you have, but you can dedicate 15, 30, 45 minutes, an hour maybe. It could be to one goal, it could be to 2 different goals. So if you have half an hour that you can spare, you can say, okay, 15 minutes, I'm gonna focus on this goal, and 15 minutes on that goal. And those 15 minutes, even if it's 15 minutes a day that you get, that is going to get you a lot further than not doing anything at all. So for me, for example, what I plan on doing is taking that time intentionally to plan content, whether it's for YouTube, for Instagram, or for Instagram or TikTok. Edit, I can make thumbnails, I can also, work on design ideas for my bookish shop, which is something that is pretty much a baby. I just started it, but I can work on ideas for, apparel, for bookish accessories. And again, this is something that you can do. You might be able to listen to an audiobook, or you might not, but it's something that's going to give you that sense of accomplishment. I find for me, the biggest thing that I struggle with is feeling like, oh my gosh, my whole day is wasted and I didn't do anything. And by you dedicating this amount of time, which might seem very insignificant, it is still better than not doing anything. Now, another thing that you can do, and this is just like bonus stuff that I plan on doing, is picking up a hobby, picking up another hobby. If, for example, me that I really like audiobooks, I plan on picking up sewing again. You might not know this, but I actually have a fashion design degree. I do know how to sew. I have a sewing machine. So sewing is something that I want to pick up again. And because I'll be using my hands, I can very easily pop in an audiobook and do that for a few minutes. I also really like arts and crafts. I love to color. So that is another thing that I really want to do. And it's proven to also be a good stress reliever. So again, like these are things that you can do that might seem very minor, but will help you in the long run. Just to kind of summarize, my ideal day, like a Monday through Friday, my ideal day, this is what it would look like. I would wake up in the morning. I would go to the gym. I love going to the gym at 5 in the morning. It takes a little bit to get used to it, but honestly, after a while, it's perfect. I prefer going in the morning. So ideally, okay, I would wake up at 4:45 in the morning, pop on my gym clothes that I left ready the night before, go with my boyfriend to the gym, we'll work out for an hour, come home, take a shower, get ready for the day. We each have work to do, so we do our work, come home for the evening, have some dinner, catch up on our day, maybe go for a walk, maybe go to my apartment gym and do a 15-minute treadmill, you know, workout and listen to or read a book. I would also then come back, take a shower, put on some moisturizer, put on some lotion, some deodorant, some cute pajamas, and dedicate, you know, half an hour to editing a video or writing down ideas for videos. And then I would curl up in my little reading nook, which isn't anything fancy. If you've watched my YouTube video on this before, it is not. It's literally an ottoman that we weren't using and some pillows. Grab a blanket, maybe make some tea, and I would read a book for a little bit. And after that, maybe I would go be with my boyfriend, hang out for a little bit, and then go to bed. That would be an ideal day. Maybe on a different day, I can, you know, instead of working out again, if I already worked out in the morning, I could just come home, take a shower, maybe FaceTime my friend, talk to her, you know, see if maybe she has, you know, 5-10 minutes. We can FaceTime, talk about the book that we're reading. And then maybe after that, I would, you know, pick up a coloring book, pop up an audiobook and listen to it while I'm coloring. On a different day, maybe I can get together with family too and say, hey, let's have dinner together. We'll each bring a meal to share. And it doesn't have to be something on the weekend. That's actually something that my family and I do a lot. So that is just an idea of things that you can do. And I honestly, genuinely hope that these tips will help you. Again, this is not meant to replace anything from a professional, but these are things that I am planning on implementing for myself, things that I know have helped me in the past and that I know will help me this upcoming season. And I really, really hope that they will help you as well. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Let me know if you are going to implement any of these things or if you are willing to try any of these things. I'm just curious. But also, if you have anything that you yourself have tried or that you know works for you, please leave it in the comments below so that we can all take a look at it. So with that said, thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.